FIFA is something I hold very dear to my heart for 3 reasons. The first and most important is that it's a football, yes, I said football simulator. I love football quite a bit, so being able to play it while sat on my fat ass is wonderful. The second is that it's a video game, and boy do I love video games. The third is that it's the ultimate game to play with your mates, providing they like football too, of course. Although I knew a couple of people who enjoy playing FIFA but have no real interest in real life football. Playing FIFA with my friends is something I always look forward to, especially pro clubs. I've bought FIFA every year for the past 4 years, but unless FIFA 15 has significant changes and fixes, I won't be getting it. EA couldn't care less, of course, but for some reason I feel morally obligated to make this video. I'm aware I'm essentially throwing a message in a bottle out here, but I have to do it. I'm just gonna say it, pro clubs with some improvements would be the best game mode on FIFA. Sure, Ultimate Team lets you spend hard-earned fake money and hard-earned real money to get a shiny card with Rooney's face on it and stick him in a team full of South Korean players, but only pro clubs lets you create your own club with your mates, climbing through the divisions to get to the coveted first division, which by the way I've gotten to. Unfortunately, pro clubs is fairly shallow, even though it's been a part of FIFA for quite a while now. Here are a few things I need from FIFA 15, in particular pro clubs. Now, I'm no programmer, but I'm fairly certain a lot of what the FIFA community want added to pro clubs isn't too much to ask. You can choose your club's name, but you can't make your own kit and emblem. So yes, you can be called Fart Wranglers FC, but sorry, you're stuck with the Borussia Dortmund home kit. Let me make my own kit. It doesn't have to be anything fancy with crazy designs, just the basic ones like, I don't know, single colour, horizontal and vertical stripes, and maybe even checkered if you're feeling adventurous here. And as for the emblem creation, we've seen games in the past allow us to make emblems, and they're not exactly deep Photoshop level creation tools. Just give us 5 layers with a bunch of basic decals, and people will make cool shit. Sure, you'll get your fair share of FIFA peens and footy knockers, but that's to be expected. Just let us report the filthy minded. Pro Club's AI for your randomly generated players is, in a word, shite. If you play pro clubs without someone taking the reins by playing the any role, then you are brave, and I commend you for such a courageous act. The AI may as well just be controlled by a grandmother after she's had surgery on her crooked, varicose, vein-ridden hands. Alright Grandma, you're moving the man with the blue arrow above his head. What? Alright, you have the ball now. Press A to pass. The green button. Press the green button to pass. What? Forget it. Okay, maybe they're not that bad, but Christ on a cracker, after so many ludicrously bad pass selections and ridiculous defending decisions, you will bet your balls on the Pro Club's AI being manually controlled by the elderly. The thing is, the AI doesn't seem as diabolically dense in the other game modes like Career or the Ultimate Team, and don't even get me started on the fucking goalkeepers. Hovis bread loaves for hands. Yes, the next gen consoles already have the Ignite engine, but the PC version of FIFA 14 was neglected on account of EA thinking most computers in the home wouldn't run it. Sod off. Sod off. I want the Ignite engine for many reasons, and quite honestly, the new visuals are the least of my concerns. Sure, you can make the clothes wiggle and crease much more, yeah, nice one that, but I want the new AI improvements most of all. I want my players to really fucking charge forward and press for that equaliser in the 90th. Don't just give me a slider indicating we're slightly more attacking now. I would think that most people who don't have a good enough PC to run an Ignite engine game already have another console to play the game on anyway. So EA, do the right thing and give us Ignite on the PC. Holy shit, look at those fucking creases. I have shit internet. Now, in most games that's not a good thing, but it's not a fucking death sentence. In Guns Vicarous, for example, if I get disconnected it replaces me with a temporary AI and gives me 180 seconds to rejoin the game. In FIFA 14, if I disconnect from the game, that's it. End. No chance to get back into the game, I lose 3-0 regardless of the score in game. I understand that in a game mode like head to head in which it's just you and your opponent, most people wouldn't want to wait that long for you to return, and I can deal with that then. However, pro clubs, which requires at least 2 people on both sides to play, doesn't allow only 1 player to continue on. This means that when I disconnect, I ruin the game for my friend unless there's more than 2 of us playing. Give me a fucking chance to get back into the game. To make matters worse, imagine I was playing the any role, in which it's my responsibility to defend and control the goalkeeper when needed. Now, imagine I disconnect and the any is now in the hands of the inept AI. All that's required is for the game to pause if someone disconnects, allow another player to take the reins and then continue. Our club record on FIFA 14 at the time of this recording is 377 wins, 172 draws and 380 losses. And I'm telling you now, at least 30 of those losses are through disconnections, either through me or one of my teammates. And about 10 or 20 of our wins are through opponent disconnections. Implement a fucking safety net here. Fouls, throw-ins, corners, an offside, a back pass, you name it, the ref has fucked it up. I can already hear you saying, yeah, but Dean, the ref in real life sometimes gets decisions wrong. Yeah, you're right, he does, but this isn't real life, pal, this is a pissing video game. I've always said gameplay over realism, and in a game like FIFA, that definitely needs to be respected. Through the power of video replays, we can see that tackle wasn't a foul, I'm onside there, and that's a fucking back pass for the love of sweet baby Jesus. The two biggest offenders are definitely fouls and offside decisions, though. I've sometimes seen the two lines that represent an offside position be on top of each other. Yep, in real life, bad calls are made sometimes, but in a video game, there's no excuse. Leave absolute realism out of some of the gameplay. For example, no one likes handballs in FIFA because there's no button to move my player's fucking arms out of the way. The fouls are a little bit trickier due to the impact engine being unstable at times, but fuck me, sometimes the foul is blatant. Penalty! Oh, fuck off, ref, you bumwall. Now, I could easily make this video over 20 minutes long, but I'd rather keep it under 10 minutes, so I'll just rattle off a bunch of other smaller issues that are still worth mentioning. First things first, the ref probably shouldn't have the same colours as any outfield players, which makes pro clubs a problem because that's pretty much always the case. In my opinion, the ref shouldn't even be on the pitch, but if he absolutely must be there, just give him a rainbow coloured shirt or some shit. Overhead clearances are a rarity in football matches because of how difficult they are and how risky they can be. However, in FIFA 14, they're done more times than I've had hot dinners, lad, you know what I mean? I know I said earlier that gameplay should always come before realism, but in this particular instance, not having realism is detrimental to the gameplay. They're overpowered, plain and simple. Get them out. Now, this is a very, very small niggle, but it's strange it's not there. Why can't we change our club's default formation? I want to be able to set it to like 4-4-2 diamond wide or something, but for some reason I can't change the default formation to anything other than 4-2-2-2. A small niggle, sure, but you know what they say about small niggles? Actually, you probably don't, no one does. 90 minutes of football is a long time for shit randomly generated outfield players to play. I have no idea why we don't get a subs bench with other players for when we need them. It's a crazy omission when you think about it. There's no real reason I shouldn't be able to change one left back for another if he's getting knackered. Okay, have you ever seen a 5'5" player muscle his way past two defenders with ease and score a goal? Well, if you've played pro clubs, you probably have. Accomplishments are cool, progression is cool, and customization is cool, but a 6'6" player being beaten to a header by a 5'6" player is daft. Player stats are quite unbalanced in regards to height. It's like Warwick Davis getting a slam dunk over Per Mertesacker. It's not going to happen. Alright, I'm done whinging now. Come on EA, give us what we want. Put some bloody passion into this next game instead of just going through the motions to get your quiche, your dollars, your moolah. If you don't, I'm not buying FIFA until you make significant changes. Alright? I'm not buying it. Who am I kidding? Of course I'll. And that's a fucking back pass for the love of sweet baby Jesus!